Imagine this. You are sprinting frantically through an endless, dimly lit hallway. You do not know exactly what is lurking in the shadows behind you, but every primal instinct in your body is screaming at you to run for your life. Right when you need your speed the most, your legs suddenly feel like they are submerged in thick concrete. You push, you strain, but you are rapidly slowing down. You cautiously look back over your shoulder. 4 massive, terrifying dogs are aggressively closing the distance. You can vividly see their sharp teeth. You hear their vicious growls echoing, and your body absolutely refuses to move. Just as they violently leap forward to attack, your eyes snap open. You are lying flat on your bed, covered entirely in a freezing cold sweat, your heart hammering against your ribs. You take a massive deep breath and thank your lucky stars that it was just a nightmare. You get up, go to work, eat your dinner, and eventually go back to sleep. But the next night, the horrible dogs are back. The nightmare repeats. If this agonizing loop sounds remotely familiar to you, you have unfortunately fallen victim to the bizarre phenomenon of recurring dreams. Welcome back, guys. I am your host, and you're officially watching Night Question. Real quick, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. It takes literally 1 second, and it ensures you never miss out when we tackle the universe's most mind-bending mysteries. Let's find answers to those midnight questions keeping you awake. Recurring dreams are, without a doubt, one of the strangest things our complex brains do while we are unconscious. Despite how isolating they feel, the data is wild. Detailed studies clearly show that nearly 2/3 of the human population will experience this weird phenomenon at some point in their lives, across all age groups. What you experience is usually dangerously close to the scenario we just talked about. You intensely live through a highly specific situation, wake up relieved thinking it is over, only to be ambushed by the exact same script a few nights later. The actual frequency is totally different for everyone. Some poor souls face the exact same nightmare every single night. For others, it is a monthly terror subscription they never asked for. Researchers found that about 75% of these repeating dreams are overwhelmingly negative. And it is not just random chaos. Humanity surprisingly shares a universal playlist of bad dreams. The #1 blockbuster? Losing your teeth. You taste warm blood. Your teeth start crumbling into your hands, and you are frantically trying to push them back into your gums, feeling completely helpless. The second most common script is the classic late for the biggest moment of your life dream. Usually, it is a massive final college exam you never studied for. And the most famous scenario? The endless chase. Something sinister is actively hunting you down. You try to sprint away, but your tired legs turn to heavy lead. You try to scream for help, but your vocal cords are completely paralyzed. So, why exactly does this happen? Is the universe sending you a highly customized warning? Or is your biological brain simply glitching out? Before we decode them, we have to look directly at the root cause. Modern psychologists generally lean heavily toward one major theory: deeply unresolved emotional baggage. You have a massive, glaring problem in your daily waking life that you are actively choosing to ignore. Maybe it is a dark guilt eating away at your conscience, a toxic corporate job you are terrified to quit, or a slowly crumbling relationship you are pretending is fine. We love to sweep our ugly problems under the rug. But your deep subconscious knows the actual truth. It knows the problem is still sitting right there, so it aggressively forces you to face it while you're trapped in your sleep. Another heavily documented reason is severe, unresolved trauma. We consistently see this devastating pattern with brave military veterans dealing with complex PTSD, folks who have lost a close loved one, or innocent people who survived horrific car accidents. The logical, conscious mind might think the event is completely over, but the deep, emotional wound has not healed yet. Add to that the harsh reality of modern mental health. Recurring nightmares completely skyrocket in people actively dealing with clinical depression and severe anxiety disorders. When your waking life is a constant pressure cooker of chronic stress, your nighttime brain perfectly reflects that terrifying chaos. But sometimes, the secret trigger isn't some deep psychological mystery. Sometimes, it is purely physical. A small percentage of these dreams happen simply because your physical body is uncomfortable right in that exact moment. Fix the physical issue, and the repeating nightmare instantly vanishes. Now, can we actually interpret these crazy dreams? The scientific community is deeply split into two camps. Camp A firmly says that dreams are just random neural static, holding absolutely zero real meaning. Camp B passionately argues that recurring dreams are your brain's coded language. If you look closely at the dreamer's daily life, the secret code is surprisingly easy to crack. Take the terrifying teeth falling out dream. Psychologists explicitly link this directly to severe personal insecurity or actively going through a massive, life-altering transition. But ironically, it could also potentially mean something painfully simple. You are literally grinding your physical teeth hard in your sleep, and your smart brain perfectly translates that physical numbness into a dramatic movie about losing your teeth and that terrifying dream about drowning. Yeah, sometimes you don't actually have deep hidden emotional water trauma. You just really urgently need to get up and use the bathroom. But what about those exhausting chase dreams? That is usually a direct, literal translation of you actively running away from a harsh daily reality. So, how exactly do we permanently stop this awful loop? First, keep a dedicated notebook sitting right on your nightstand. The very second you finally wake up, immediately write down every single tiny detail. Analyzing the trigger actively helps you forcefully connect it to your daily waking life. Once you bravely fix the actual real-world problem, the repeating dream finally stops forever. Next, strictly fix your internal biological clock. Force yourself to go to bed and wake up at the exact same specific time every single day. Your physical body deeply craves reliable routine. You must intentionally invest in your personal sleep sanctuary. Drop the room temperature down to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Stop doom scrolling on your glowing smartphone in the dark. The artificial blue light literally fries your natural melatonin production. During deep REM sleep, your incredible brain constantly connects all the scattered dots of your life. You are entirely at the absolute mercy of your own powerful mind. Alright, that is an official wrap for today's video. Who actually made it all the way to the very end? You are the real legends. Smash the like button right now. Drop a new midnight question in the comments below. Stay curious, stay safe, and good night.